You know, in today's industries, a mark is so much more than just a simple label. It's your guarantee of quality, of traceability, it's your product's identity. But what if the way you're making that mark is actually what's slowing you down?
I mean, really think about it. Are you dealing with serial numbers that fade away, production lines that get jammed up at the marking station, or maybe just crazy high maintenance costs? If any of that rings a bell, it's probably because your marking method is stuck in the past.
So, why are these older methods just not cutting it anymore? Well, they used to be the only game in town, but now they're creating costs and delays that modern manufacturing just can't afford. Let's really dig into what those limits are.
Okay, let's start with mechanical engraving. It's pretty straightforward. A physical tool carves into the metal. But here's the problem. That tool wears down. It breaks. It needs to be replaced all the time. And forget about fine detail. Trying to get a crisp QR code or a complex logo? Good luck. Lasers, on the other hand, never even touch the material. That means zero tool wear and ridiculously precise marks every single time.
Then you've got chemical etching. Sure, it can work, but at what cost? You're dealing with nasty, corrosive chemicals. That's a huge safety risk for your team, it's not great for the environment, and getting rid of the waste is a massive headache. Laser marking is just clean. No chemicals, no fumes, no mess to clean up. It's that simple.
And finally, inkjet. Yeah, it's fast and cheap up front, but you really do get what you pay for. Ink smudges, it fades, it can get wiped right off with a little abrasion or some solvent, and when your product's entire history depends on that mark, good enough is a disaster waiting to happen. A laser mark is permanent. It's physically bonded with the metal. It is not going anywhere.
So if all the old ways are failing, what's the answer? Well, it's a focused beam of light. It's Chihalo's fiber laser technology, and it's built from the ground up to solve every single one of those problems with incredible precision and power.
Now, this isn't just some small upgrade. We're talking about a complete game changer in how marking gets done. A fiber laser uses this incredibly intense beam of light to change the surface of the metal without ever touching it. And the result? A perfect, permanent, high-contrast mark, whether it's a tiny serial number or a detailed QR code, and it's all done in the blink of an eye.
One of the best things about this technology has to be its versatility. Chihalo fiber lasers aren't just for one type of material. Nope, they're engineered to handle all the most common metals you'll find in any industry, and they do it with amazing flexibility.
Let's talk about steel. It's tough, right? Which usually means marking takes forever. But with a fiber laser, you've got options. If you need pure speed, you can etch a brilliant white mark in an instant. Need something that'll last forever? You can engrave it deep. And for parts that absolutely cannot rust, laser annealing creates the mark under the surface, keeping that corrosion-proof layer totally intact. It works on any alloy you can think of.
Now, what about aluminum? You know how it spreads heat around really fast? Well, a fiber laser actually thrives in that environment. It lets you create incredibly fast and super clean marks on everything from die-cast parts to pure aluminum. Speed and clarity are never a problem.
And for stainless steel, this is where it gets really cool. You know that protective layer that stops it from rusting? You can't mess with that. So, laser annealing is the perfect solution. It just gently heats the surface to create a dark, permanent mark without removing any material. That means the protective layer stays perfect, you get the mark you need, and the metal stays, well, stainless.
So you've basically got this incredible toolbox all in one machine. Need it done fast? Use laser etching. Need it to withstand serious wear and tear? Go with laser engraving. Got a delicate surface you can't damage? Laser annealing is your friend. And if you want that premium, high-end look, deep laser engraving has you covered. It's one machine with 4 powerful options. Okay, the technology is awesome. We get that. But let's talk about what really matters to the bottom line. Does it make business sense? Absolutely. And this is where Chihalo fiber lasers really leave the competition in the dust.
So any conversation about return on investment has to start with reliability. The core laser source in these machines has a mean time between failures of 100,000 hours. Let me put that in perspective for you. That's over 11 years of running 24/7 without a single major problem. That right there is the definition of industrial grade. And that insane reliability translates directly into savings. How? There are 0 consumables. No ink to buy, no tools to replace, no chemicals to get rid of. Nothing. And since there are no moving parts in the laser itself, maintenance is practically non-existent. You plug it in and it just works. This isn't just another piece of equipment. It's a long-term asset for your business.
Look, when you integrate this kind of technology into your workflow, you're not just putting a Band-Aid on today's problems. You are fundamentally upgrading your entire production line for whatever comes next. You're future-proofing your operation.
So what does this all boil down to? It's about getting complete control. You get permanent, always readable marks for flawless traceability from the moment a part is made to the end of its life. And by getting rid of those old, slow, high-maintenance markers, your whole production line just runs smoother. The bottlenecks disappear.
So after seeing all this, the real question is, how does this fit into your world, on your production line? If boosting your efficiency, reliability, and traceability is on your radar, then the next step is pretty simple. It's time to see how this technology can be configured for your exact needs. The best way to do that is to have a conversation with a Chihalo engineer who can help map it all out